am so excited to welcome you to church in the new year. Welcome to 2021. Man, I am so excited. So it's a new month. We're in January now. So we've got like a new theme. We've got a new verse. Like there's so many new things happening. Also, we have birthdays. So before we do anything else, let's get to our birthdays. So we are gonna say happy birthday to Amara, Liam, Gabriel, and Kyson. Happy birthday. Awesome. Well, as you see, I have a bunch of games in front of me, and this month we're talking about rules for life. See, when you're a kid, the rules are pretty simple, but as you grow up, the rules kind of get a little bit more complicated. But in a game like Jenga, like you pull blocks with one hand and you put them on top. In Scrabble, you're trying to build words. Well, our story this week is one of the rules that God gave us. It's found in Matthew 22. And the story is, there were these religious leaders that were trying to trick Jesus and asking him what the biggest commandment was, and God made it real simple. He said, love God and love others. And that's our whole mission here at LifeChurch, is to love God, love others, and then we make a difference. It's so amazing to see how Jesus was able to get out of a situation that could have got him in a lot of trouble, but he answered it with love God and love people. And that's the whole rule that we are supposed to follow. Also, we have a new Bible verse. This verse for the month is found in the book of Luke. It's Luke 16:10, and it says, "Suppose you can be trusted with something very little, then you can also be trusted with something very large." Luke 16:10. See, this whole month, we're talking about the idea of responsibility. And we're saying that responsibility is showing that you can be trusted with something that is expected of you. So just like God said, love God and love others, and our Bible verse tells us if we can be trusted with something little, we can be trusted with something big. We're gonna be looking at that idea of responsibility the whole month. I'm so excited to be able to go through this journey this month with you as we talk about responsibility. So, check out the story.
Hey guys.
Hello, Kellen. What are we talking about today?
Well, today we're talking about responsibility. Really, our most important responsibility. What Jesus called the greatest commandment. Some of you may know that the Bible contains hundreds of laws or commandments from God. Well, a couple thousand years ago, someone asked Jesus which of God's commandments was the most important. And this is what Jesus said. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. Love him with all your mind. This is the first and most important commandment. Pretty simple? Or is it? How do you love God with all your heart, soul, and mind?
Praying a lot?
Reading my Bible,
Going to church?
singing.
All good ways to show God that you love him. And Jesus gave us another way. Jesus said this is the first and most important commandment. And the second, he said, is like it. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Everything that is written in the law is based on those two commandments. So, how do you love your neighbor? Let's find out on
Love thy neighbor!
Let's meet your neighbors. Now, a neighbor doesn't have to be someone who lives in your neighborhood. It can be someone you meet anywhere. Got it?
Got it.
Then let's love that neighbor. Question number 1. Brandon, how do you love your neighbor if they invite you to a party at their house?
First of all, it's Steven. But I can bring snacks or sodas to the party.
John, how do you love your neighbor if they give you a gift?
Send a thank you note.
Oh, good one. Yeah, I like that. Oh, thank you.
Brandon, how do you love your neighbor if they shovel snow from your driveway?
Okay, once again, Steven. I'm Steven. And I would shovel their driveway next time.
Oh,
Kellen.
Wow, that's amazing.
John, how do you love your neighbor if they spend all night playing bagpipes in the apartment above you?
I don't love my neighbor at all. That's annoying.
Agreed. Yes, very annoying.
Brandon, how do you love your neighbor if they keep forgetting your name?
Funny you should say that because, once again, third time, my name's Steven Kellen. We have met many a time, and I would say I'd probably get angry.
Yeah. Kellen?
John, how do you love your neighbor when they lose the comic book you let them borrow?
Whew.
Well, I don't lend them another comic, that's for sure.
No way.
How do you love your neighbor when they break a promise to you?
Well, you know, I would insult them on social media.
Yeah!
Good idea.
Yeah!
Always.
John, how do you love your neighbor when they take that last piece of pizza?
What kind of monster would...
Are you kidding me?
And that is the end of the speed round. Brandon, one final question. Do you love your neighbor?
I mean, it was great that they shoveled the snow from my driveway and all, but they also forgot my name many times. So, no, I'm sorry, neighbor. I do not love you.
John, same question. Do you love your neighbor?
No way! Play your bagpipes somewhere else, neighbor!
Annoying.
You did not love your neighbor. You lost.
What? Okay, well, what would the prize have been if we would have won?
$1 million.
What? Oh, no.
Let's meet your neighbors.
Hey, how's it going? Huh. What's up? It's an attractive dude.
Jesus did say, love your neighbor as you love yourself. You see, sometimes when it comes to loving people, it helps to put yourself in their shoes.
Oh, yeah, I get it. So I think I know why you took the last piece of pizza. Because if you're anything like me, you get hungry all the time.
He does.
And I like pizza a lot.
Oh, that's great, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm actually getting hungry right now. Hey, you're not a monster. And I love you, neighbor. I love you.
That was touching. And you know, I don't like it when somebody breaks promises, but if I'm honest, I mean, let's be honest. I can let people down sometimes too. And I want others to forgive me, so therefore, ipso facto, I love you, neighbor. Right back at you, Brian. It's Steven. Steven. That's what I said, right?
Great job, guys. You love your neighbors.
Awesome. Now, where are we at on that $1 million?
Jesus said the most important thing we should do is love God. And the second most important thing to do is to love our neighbors. It's not always easy, but remember, our neighbors are people who make mistakes just like we do. They're people who are forgiven by God just like we are. And it's our responsibility to love them the way that we want to be loved.
Thanks, neighbor.
Yeah. See you, John and Brian.
Yeah, that's weird. Back to you guys.
It's a good game.
Yeah, and we learned something too.
Yeah, loving God and loving others aren't just suggestions. We're actually expected to love. It's one of our rules for life.
We should keep track of those rules somehow.
Oh, my friend, I am way ahead of you. Our number one rule for life is love God, love others.
You know what? I'm not going to procrastinate on that one. I'm starting right away. Love you, John.
Oh, I love you too, Brian.
It's Steven.
Reveal the question. Ooh, what are things you're expected to do?
Yeah. What are your responsibilities? You might be expected to brush your teeth before bedtime.
Or help with chores around the house.
Or it might be something even bigger, like...
Oh, yeah. Hey, talk about it together.
And we'll see you next time on the So-and-So Show.
Yes! Are they just gonna
Yeah, I think we'll stay.
stay?
I have no idea. Handsome dudes. Thank you.
Shh.
Huh?
Oh,
School or career?
I'm starting my career.
All right. You're a waiter. Uh-oh. Don't tip the waiter.
Steven, get me out of here before.
Before? Aw, man. You sunk my battleship. Oh, no, that's my destroyer. No, battleship. Doesn't matter.
This is not the game of life.
Hey, it could be worse. You could be playing Chutes and Ladders. Bye.